What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Angry Apes How-To series. Today we're going to be looking at what are gas fees. So gas fees is basically it's a unit used for measuring the amount of computer power required to perform a specific action on the Ethereum blockchain. Similarly to cars, gas fuels transactions and allows them to perform different operations. Every operation needs to be precise, meaning that there's an associated gas fee with that. Gas by itself doesn't actually show you how much we pay. If you were to break it down into an equation, it would basically be transaction fee equals gas times gas price, which is measured in something called GWEI, Gwei. So transaction fee equals gas times gas price, right? And then that is going to be less than ether, if that makes sense. So let's say hypothetically, one GWEI is equal to 0.000000001 Ethereum. So that's 8 zeros. So you have major and minor units, which is almost like dollars and cents. So depending on the speed of which you want that transaction to go through the blockchain with, you'll pay different gas fees. So slow, medium, and fast. So for example, if you wanted to actually calculate gas, and let's say if Ethereum was $1,800, you would have your calculation would be like 100 GWEI times 21,000 gas, which would equal to 2.1 million GWEI. That would actually only equal 0.0021 Ethereum, provided the ETH is obviously at that $1,800. But the long story short is that gas is actually a really abstract unit of measurement. There's a lot of different factors that will contribute to the price of gas. And one of them is basically whenever you send a transaction over the Ethereum blockchain, it will end up in something called a mempool. So this is where all the transactions basically are just stored, right? And then all pending transactions are waiting for miners to actually pick them up and include them in the next Ethereum block. So miners they have incentives to pick up transactions with the highest gas price first, because they're basically doing the same unit of work but for a better price. And miners are limited on how many transactions they can actually include per block. So this is determined by something called the maximum gas limit per block. And at the moment, from today's price, the limit is set to 15 million gas per block at the time of recording. And yeah, gas will basically increase because of the amount of transactions going through the blockchain. So in simple terms, if not a lot of people are putting transactions through the Ethereum blockchain, gas fees are lower. And again, that would mean if it's, say, 60 GWEI, and in our Discord, what's actually really cool is we have this gas tracker here. So you can see that currently gas is at 66 GWEI, fluctuating now at 67. But if not a lot of people are using the network, your gas is going to be low, which means you can buy the whatever you're doing with the Ethereum. You can do the transaction and you're paying small fees. If, say, peak periods of the day, so like lunchtime or evening times, and everyone's using the network, gas fees are going to be higher because there's more transactions stored in the mempool. So then all of the miners are like, okay, well, now we need to work through these. How do we do it? Well, these are the ones with the highest gas. Let's take those. We'll get paid the most. And then they'll start scaling it down until, well, they've gone through all of the blocks. So if you ever send Ethereum to a wallet, sometimes it will go through in seconds. Sometimes it might take a minute or 2 minutes. If anyone here has ever experienced anything like that, that's the best way to determine what's happening with the usage on the network. But yeah, if you are in our Discord, then please keep an eye on this gas tracker. That'll help you just hopefully get your head around it, because you will see this number up at like over 100 at some point, so maybe 120. Obviously, where I'm in the UK, our mornings, this gas tracker tends to be lower. And then what I've just noticed is when people in America are awake, and then we're getting towards sort of their afternoon time, gas fees are actually a lot higher. than what they are currently in our mornings here. But yeah, hopefully that was a good explanation and it all makes sense. If not, feel free to reach out to a member of the team and we will explain more. Alternatively, there are other resources available on the internet. But with that being said, I hope you guys all have a good day and see you on the next video.